The heart of your teams. The heart of Michigan. Valley Sports Detroit. The heart of the fan.
He was a major preseason signing for the Tigers, and tonight Eduardo Rodriguez talks about this very weird summer which saw him playing baseball not quite at all as he gets set to pitch for the first time in forever. Erod on those prospects also ahead. At the start of tonight, Matt Manning was also gone for a good long while, but has been back for a bit. What does he need to find continued growth as a Major League starter? Dan Petrie on that coming up. And talk about comebacks. It's the first time that the great Mike Trout has played in more than a month. Yeah, just in time to face the Tigers. We'll talk of Trout and Shohei and the Angels who are in town as well. All that and the devil in the details that are always a part of Pick the Stick within Tigers Live, and it starts right now. This is Tigers Live on Valley Sports, and it's brought to you, as always, by Miller Lite. The ball game tonight is smack dab in the middle of a party, of a fiesta. One of the best, busiest nights of the season is when we celebrate Fiesta Tigres. There's a Latin beat as a soundtrack tonight. Dance, everybody! Dance! Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tigres Live. I am Juan. He is Danielle. It's a great Friday night for a ball game. The Angels are in town, and maybe it's true in dating. Wait, it's true in dating. You're always looking for somebody else, perhaps. You're always looking at what might be next. Well, that's kind of true for the Tigers, who played all those games against teams that they know very well, and now they're seeing the Angels for the first time this season.
Exactly. They played 17 games in August, 13 of them against the American League Central, and I just think after that loss on Wednesday, heartbreaking loss, that you can be rejuvenated here by just seeing a different team from the West Coast, the American League West, and you're seeing a couple of the greatest players to play the game. That should give you an extra shot, a little shot of adrenaline going to this weekend series against the Angels.
Well, if you live to be 1,000, and trust me, as someone who is almost there, you couldn't have seen a season like this coming. That big three of the Tigers rotation, Mize and Skubal and Manning, well, two of them are gone for significant time now after arm surgeries. Manning, who pitches tonight, hasn't won a game yet this season. More on Matt coming up. But the rotation has also been without the Tigers' opening day starter. Eduardo Rodriguez has been away from the team since May 18th, first dealing with an injury and then dealing with very tricky personal issues. He's made his way back and talked about that strange path just a short time ago, and it's our Glassman Auto interview.
Just feel happy to be back here. You know, I mean, a lot of teams went through all this hard time for me, but a good team. I'm back here. I know, and I already talked to the guys out there, and I talked to them a little bit, and I give a little explanation of everything that will happen in Roma through all this time. But I'm happy to be back here to help the team to win a couple more games and get ready for next year. You know.
He was very candid about this, Dan, that family comes first. A.J. Hinch sort of seconded that. I think everybody who has been in that situation knows that what happens at home is much more important than even what happens on a baseball field.
Absolutely. And he also mentioned, though, the fact of getting in and being back with his second family, which is his teammates. And I know from experience, I mean, you go through some tough times in your life and you want to get to the ballpark. You want to be around your friends. You hope that they open you with welcome arms, but it's a comfort level being in that clubhouse and being around those smiling faces and the guys that you go to war with every single day. So that should help him through the situation that he had in his personal life.
All right, Eduardo Rodriguez will start Sunday against the Angels, and Shohei Ohtani will pitch in that game to make room on the Tigers roster for Eduardo. Woody Peralta was designated for assignment earlier today. So it's Matt Manning who starts for the Tigers tonight. His 7th start of the year, his 5th since returning from injury, and he sort of battled his way through some 5 rocky innings against the White Sox. It's our Xfinity What to Watch tonight.
Yeah, he did. He pitched 5 innings and he gave up 10 hits. but the thing that it was missing was his slider and curveball. So the only thing he really had was his fastball. The good news is it averaged about 95 miles an hour and topped out at 97. These are the pitches that he can get these all together, his slider and his curveball. It's going to make it extra tough if he's got that velocity back on his fastball. That's what the Tigers have wanted to see all along, was that velocity from the first inning until the last inning he throws. You couple that by all the extra pitches that he has, the good slider, the changeup, the sinker, and the curveball. That's a good recipe for Matt Manning.
All right, the Angels are here this weekend. If the Phillies and the Mariners hold on to the playoff spots that they currently hold, the longest playoff droughts in baseball would belong to the Angels and the Tigers. Here comes Los Angeles, and in light of how the Tigers season has gone, they're the team on the schedule when one of the best players in baseball is just ready to come back.
Yeah, imagine that. But, you know, again, you want to play the best, and it's going to fire Matt Manning up. And how would you like to be Phil Nevin, the interim manager for the Angels? You get to pencil his name into the lineup. I mean, what a great thing that's going to be for the Angels, a boost that they've done. They've struggled all year, haven't played up to their capabilities. Yeah. You pencil that guy in, and all of a sudden your lineup just goes from average to really, really good, especially with Ohtani leading off, Mike Trout hitting second. My goodness, I mean, you can't ask for two better hitters.
Yeah, that's what Matt Manning will face the first two batters of the evening, coming right up here on Valley Sports. It is our Miller Lite report, talking of the team that is visiting Detroit for the first time this season. Shohei Ohtani is 10 for his last 19. And he's a starting pitcher. It's just phenomenal.
Yes.
And, with all due respect to Aaron Judge, I think he's got to be the American League most valuable player.
I know. I mean, when you talk about what he's doing on both sides of the baseball again, and he's starting to be mentioned, everything that he's accomplished again with Babe Ruth, 10 home runs and 10 wins on the mound. So, I mean, and Nolan Ryan, he's up there with strikeouts in the first 20 starts of a season. So these are, legends that he's being named with. And so we get to see him tonight as at the top of the order, but also pitching on Sunday. So a lot for the Tiger fans to absorb this weekend.
All right, the Tigers and Halos are coming up, but first make every moment more with FanDuel Sportsbook. You must be 21 and in the state of Michigan to play. The odds are always subject to change. If you think you have a gambling problem, call 800-270-7117. Just for fun or profit, if you so decide, we put together 3 what-ifs for you. If these 3 things happen and you bet $100 on the parlay, you could win back $472. Tigers to win and take the money line tonight.
But you know what? I just like Matt Manning on the mound today. So, I see the Tigers are going to – I feel good about them winning tonight.
All right, Mike Trout to have at least a hit.
It's not that easy, doggone. He didn't even rehab. He's just stepping in there. So I'm thinking, okay, Matt Manning's going to shut him down.
All right, and Manning to have 5 strikeouts or more
And
tonight.
Again, he's going to have his full set of arsenal. I could see him going above 4.5 just because good fastball and all his secondary pitches will be working for him.
All right, right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to start making every moment more. Part of the fun of Fiesta Tigres night is to see who is coming back from the Tigers' rich Latin tradition. And what a story Barbaro Garbe was, escaping from Cuba on a harrowing boat ride and then finding himself alongside Dan Petrie and winning the World Championship back in 1984. Barbaro's here. He's throwing out the first pitch tonight and just shakes his head about how far the Latin influence has progressed throughout baseball.
When I came from Cuba in 1980, we only have like 8 Latinos in the minor league system, the whole minor league system. And then when I came to the major league, it was a little bit more, but it wasn't not that many either. It wasn't like 15 or 20 in the major league roster. I think the major league roster at that time in 84 and 85, when I was here with the Tigers, was like maybe 5, 6 Latinos. In 1984, we consider we have a lot of Latinos. And it was Guillermo, Aurelio, Berenguer, myself, and Sid Monge. That's the 5 Latinos. So at that time, it was a lot of Latinos. But now it's unbelievable. And I feel happy for them, because they give you a lot of more chance, and they should be taking advantage of that situation. It was difficult then, but right now they give a lot of more chances. So This will be good for the future of Latin America and for the Latin players. I mean, I'm glad they're doing that.
How great was it for you to see Barbaro again? He's one of your favorites, isn't he?
Yeah, and he looks great. And my kids took batting lessons off of him. I know one thing. I'm glad he hopped on that boat in 1980 and made it over to Miami and became my teammate.
All right, well, the Tiger season is winding down, but as it does, we're getting set for football season, high school football season in the state of Michigan. We are less than a week away from the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic, and our game is getting upped this year. We'll share plans for more high school coverage than ever on Valley Sports when we come right back. The Tigers continue this series against the Angels Sunday at 1:40 p.m. here at Comerica. Don't miss Tiger Stutter and Walter Rodriguez facing the Angels. Shohei Ohtani. Great seats are on sale now at tigers.com/tickets.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Our celebrity guests smack balls and gain points for hits. Co-starring in the new series, A League of Their Own. Darcy Carden!
You do that again.
Channel your inner McGuire.
Let's do this.
Oh! I saw that ball disintegrate. This is a bash.
So now we're Bash Brothers.
All right, yeah! Favorite baseball snack?
Like a nice little helmet full of tzatziki. Tasty. I love you. This has been the best day of my life.
Live on Valley Sports is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official domestic beer of the Detroit Tigers. By Infusion Associates, providing comfortable IV therapy close to home. And by your local Toyota dealer. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. You're looking at football. There's baseball tonight on this gorgeous Friday night in downtown Detroit. More on the ball game coming up, but I'll just say this. We can see pumpkin spice everything from here now. That's what happens in the back half of August. And the school year will be upon us in a minute. And with it comes the return of one of the best parts of fall in Michigan, Football Fridays. Again this year, Valley Sports is all in on the high school football season. Every Friday night, we've got high school football for you on Valley Sports or Valley Sports Extra. It all starts on Thursday. It's Birmingham Brother Rice against Macomb, Dakota at 4, followed by West Bloomfield versus Sterling Heights Stevenson at 7 here on Valley Sports Detroit. That is the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic, and that is being staged at Wayne State at Tom Adams Field. Johnny Kane will be the play-by-play voice on many of these games, including part of that doubleheader that gets us going next week. You've done this for a couple of years now, Johnny. how much fun is this for you, particularly the chance to interact with the schools and see how much football means to them?
Yeah, it's sports at its purest level. I mean, honestly, I think it's one of the best things that we do at Valley Sports, and that's taking nothing away from our major league productions or anything we do on a professional level. There's something pure. There's some sanctity to high school football. Michigan's a great state for that. And getting an opportunity to call, again, showcase some of these great programs. We've got a team like West Bloomfield that we're going to see there in week 1. Number 4 team in the rankings. They've got talent up and down the roster. And if I can get Devin Gardner, our color analyst, a little excited about that matchup, then I will have done my job coming up on Thursday.
All right, well, we're gonna give people a chance to see the first 4 weeks of the season, and then we'll see how it plays out so we can put the best possible matchups together. And this list, I think, is highlighted by the battle between Martin Luther King and Cass Tech on September 16th. But September 2nd, Johnny, will be special for us. We'll be at Oxford High School for their first game since the horrific tragedy there. There will be tears, to be sure, as Tate Mears' life is recalled on that evening.
Yeah, we're going to treat that game with the reverence it deserves. Our hope is to, shine a light on the Oxford community and show just how far the school has come, how the athletes themselves have been a big part of the healing process. I know our entire crew, has been working hard, putting some stories together. You mentioned it's going to be an emotional night. It's an honor for us to be a small part of it at Valley Sports. Certainly looking forward to the game itself, but this is really going to highlight the Oxford community. So looking forward to that one coming up on the 2nd of September, no question.
All right, Johnny, thank you. And, of course, we're chatting here on August 19th. Thanksgiving will be here before you know it, and Thanksgiving weekend is always special because just across the street at Ford Field, that's where the championship games will be staged. Thanksgiving Friday and Thanksgiving Saturday, we'll have those games on Valley Sports and on Valley Sports Extra. And then on the Sunday that follows, it's the Legacy Senior All-Star Game at the Legacy Complex in Brighton. And it's not just the games. We are partnering with State Champ to provide previously unseen coverage of high school football in the state of Michigan. We're happy to be joined by Lauren Plant, who is now in his 20th season as part of State Champs and will be a part of Football Fridays Overtime, our post-game show, Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs. This is a new reach for State Champs, and this is very cool, I think, for us, and certainly for you guys as well.
Well, John, it's a pleasure to be here, number one, and to sit next to you. I look forward to doing it this season. And let this be known, I started when I was very, very young for the fact that I've been doing it.
You were 11 when you started this, yeah.
We are so excited for this partnership. One of the things that State Champs that we've done forever is cover as much Friday night football, even Saturday football as we can. We get a chance to kind of incorporate a lot of what we do with what you guys are doing as well, doing the game of the week every Friday night. So I'm so excited to be able to talk about that and to be able to just see how this season plays out, because the wonderful thing about high school football, you never know.
Yeah, it started during the pandemic, and we really were sort of pleasantly surprised at the huge reaction that this got, the ability to put high school football back on TV. And Fridays Football Overtime, Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs, is going to be an hour-long post-game show. It's all the highlights, all the scores that can be gathered. This has not been done, I don't think, on this side of the state.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be frantic. News is going to be coming in. We're going to be hearing about upsets. We're going to be hearing about great plays that have ended games. We'll have segments and features that kind of highlight individual achievements and accomplishments that take place that night. So with the access that we have now to get so many games via live streams, via our crews out there, your crews out there, we're going to have a lot of content, and it's just going to be a wild ride.
Yeah. It is Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs. I will get that out by the time football season begins.
And the podcast on Wednesday. Okay. So we'll have the Extra Point podcast, partnered with Valley's. Devin Gardner will be a part of that. We'll kind of preview the week, talk about the week that was, and get everybody psyched up for the big game on Friday.
Right. Lauren, thanks. It's going to be great to work with you. Enjoy the ball game tonight. We haven't had this grouping of talking heads together for a while on our staff, so it could be saucy when we play Pick the Stick next. The elbowing for positioning in the standings has ramped up. Tonight's selection when Tigers Live continues in a Scotia.
when it's about to go down.
This is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
You will watch it all together live.
How about that?
Big moments.
Oh, baby, 3,000 hits.
Big reactions.
Bobby Witt Jr.'s first big league knock.
And big interviews.
What was the first thing going through your mind?
Join TV's best baseball analysts for a big night of baseball. Only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
Sports gambling.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Hey, Miggy's back in for the Tigers. He'll hit fifth tonight. He'll follow Green and Woody Castro and Baez and Haas. Kerry Carpenter gets a start in left the second time he's been to the field. Scope will play first for the first time this season. Candy and Reyes round out the Tigers starting nine. All right, let's play Pick the Stick. Trevor Thompson in the reporter spot had a plus 13 road trip. No pressure, Johnny. Shep's lead in this thing is just dumb now. 31 points over Seymour. So I'm getting ready to head to the ballpark, and I say to my best virtual friend in the house, Alexa, who should I take and pick the stick? And Alexa says back to me, hand to God, does it even matter? That's what I got. That's what I got from Alexa.
That's awesome.
Gibby's got.
I'm surprised you haven't blamed Alexa by now.
We've gone through Siri and now Alexa. Yeah. Gibby's got the first pick. Gib.
I'm going with lefty on lefty, Kerry Carpenter.
Wow. All right.
Wow. My first look live.
That's the first stunner of the day.
All right. Simo is going lefty on lefty, too. He's taking Riley Green, who's kind of cooled off a little bit. And that gets us to Dan Petrie.
Wow. Well, I'll go with Javi Baez, hitting 326 against left-handers.
Right on.
All right. I will take Miguel Cabrera. It is Fiesta Tigres night. I think he's He's got this great relationship with Mike Trout. I think Miggy's, rested that knee and he's going to look to do some damage against the lefty tonight. So give me Miggy, and that gets us to Johnny Kane.
Can I make a bold prediction?
Yeah.
When it's all said
Johnny,
and done.
all of your predictions are really bold predictions now.
None of them come true, but
exactly.
they're all bold.
That's why they're bold.
That's enough. I think the reporter role between Trevor and myself, we will finish no worse than runner-up by season's end.
Whoa!
We're on a roll, people.
All right. Who you got tonight?
At me. We're 6 behind, right? I'm 6 behind.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you.
Johnny,
Jonathan Scope. All right.
You're taking.
Yeah.
That gets us to Shep.
All right. I'm going to take. I'll take Eric Haas. He's got 3 homers off lefties so far this year. He is 0 for 12 in his career against the Angels. He just had a burger named after him, for crying out loud. I'm going to take Eric Haas.
That changes tonight. All right, gentlemen, be brilliant tonight. You at home, play along via Twitter. Use the hashtag I'm with, and then your choice's name. Final results later tonight on Tigers Live. So it's Trout and Ohtani and then Trout right off the bat from Matt Manning tonight.
The only thing about Shohei Ohtani is Casey Mize, I kept remembering he threw him fastballs up and in, and he swung right through him. So I'm really anxious to see how they'll go after Shohei and keep him off the bases, because you don't want him on the bases with Mike Trout coming up next.
Yeah, you get to, or you have to, see Trout and Ohtani tonight. How cool is that? But it's a big start for Manning, who's still looking for his first win in this injury-plagued year. The Angels are here for the first time this season. The Tigers are hoping for a devilishly good time. Shep and Gibby take over next. And Game Time is coming up.
1 out, top of the first.
A new quest has begun.
A quest for success.
Wow! What a star by that one.
A quest for redemption. My quest begins now.
Unbelievable!
All the way to October.
Oh my goodness!
Only on MLB Network.
That's gone! Struck him out!
Our national pastime, all the time.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up or I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
When you need daily sports gambling talk, Daddy gotta have it.
Valley Sports Detroit, the heart of the fan.
We were gone for 7 games on the road in Chicago and Cleveland. We come home on a beautiful Friday night back home where we belong. Comerica Park, where we celebrate Fiesta Tigres. It is colorful. We honor the great Barbaro Garbey, a teammate of my friend Kurt Gibson. And we have a blast as the Tigers get set to take on the Angels in Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series brought to you by Car Shield here on Valley Sports. We have already had too much fun, and the first pitch hasn't even been thrown.
Why is that? We're live. That's why we're live.
We are live. We're ready to roll, and so is Matt Manning. He gets the start here in the series opener against the Angels. Had to weather through some difficult challenges last start, but overall, he's been pretty sharp, don't you think?
Yeah, well, Matt Manning with Casey Mize, Tarek Skubal, all the youngsters coming up, they got to be disappointed this year because they haven't been able to get through healthy. Manning's been on the IL, now coming off his 3rd start, and now he's kind of got into a mental thing where he was aiming the ball, not throwing it. The Tigers actually suggested he go out to shortstop and throw the ball across the line. Now he's kind of finding it. He's got a little more action in his arm. The breaking ball's starting to come. And we're looking forward to his final starts to the season this year, getting him ready for next year.
He better be sharp early on against this Angels club because at the top, Shohei Ohtani, the reigning MVP, and right behind him, a 3-time MVP, Mike Trout, is back for Los Angeles.
Yeah, what a treat. Mike Trout's probably the best player you could ever watch play a game. If you're here tonight, stay with us. If you're in the stands, stay with us. He can do it all. He's got power. He's got speed. And the numbers show it. If you look at his active career, top 5 in just about every category. OPS first, hits the home run, got great speed. It's kind of a treat because he's been on the IL, and we get him back tonight. Maybe we get him, he's a little rusty, and he will hold him down a little bit. But Ohtani and Trout, as big as they get.
Yeah, it's the best 1-2 punch you can imagine in the American League when both are healthy. The Tigers, over the last 3 games, have gotten healthy offensively. What are they doing differently? What do the numbers show on why they've had some recent success? We will give those to you when we come back on Valley Sports right after this.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Baseball on Valley Sports is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. By Wallside Windows, we can do that. We are the factory. And by Car Shield. Car Shield cars go farther. On the road, Shohei Ohtani is a massive draw, as he is at home. One of the greatest players on the planet is here in Detroit for the first of a 3-game series. He will pitch on Sunday, designate hit both tonight and tomorrow. Matt Manning is who tries to take dead aim at retiring him each time he steps into the box tonight. Manning's first pitch from Detroit on Valley Sports is next.
Our celebrity guests smack balls and gain points for hits. Co-starring in the new series, A League of Their Own. Darcy Carden!
You do that again.
Channel your inner McGuire.
Let's do this.
Oh! I saw that ball disintegrate.
This is a bash. So now we're Bash Brothers.
All right, yeah! Favorite baseball snack?
Like a nice little helmet full of tzatziki. Tasty. I love you. This has been the best day of my life.
Inside jokes.
Hey, look, it's Mike Napafanakis.
To insiders' perspectives.
I like over 5.5 strikeouts on Walker Buehler.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only.
For the opening pitch between the Tigers and the Angels, let's check out the Angels batting order presented by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Shohei Ohtani has hits in 8 of his last 9. Mike Trout, who's been out since July 12th, is back in the lineup. And David Fletcher has an 11-game hit streak. He bats 5th.
Tiger pitcher tonight, Matt Manning, 3rd start since coming off the IL. Fastball got hit around in his last start, but threw 47 of 60 for strikes. In his previous start, just 3 for 17 against it, so it's coming. And most of all, they want him to be healthy and take his next turn.
He's in a good frame of mind, that's for certain. And even though it was a no decision and at times struggled against the White Sox August 13th, overall, he battled. Here's the defense behind him. Kerry Carpenter just his 2nd start in left field. Willie Castro with his 4th start at second base. And Eric Haas has caught each of the last 3 starts now for Matt Manning. Jonathan Schoop is at first base. It's the first time he has been there since October 1st of a year ago. Last season, he played 114 of 156 games at first base, and he plays there in a starting role tonight. Does have 1 inning under his belt at first base this season on August 7th against Tampa, but he will be there for the lineup tonight. Shohei Ohtani stands in against Matt Manning on Fiesta Tigres. Let's party, but it's 1-0.
Ohtani very aggressive. He really lets it go. Talking to former teammate Mark Gubiza, saying he really lets it rip. Doesn't do the Ichiro when he kind of slides out towards first base. He lets it go.
Really does everything well. Obviously, as a pitcher, he started the All-Star game, so you know he's a heck of a thrower.
Throws it over 100.
Hits for power. He's got 27 homers, and he's really fast. Takes a pitch in for a strike.
Can steal a base, hit it out of the park. Leads the league with 5 triples.
Moved his feet, and it's 3-1. .6'4", 210. He looks bigger than that.
Should be searching something middle fastball.
Sharply hit to second base for Willie Castro, and Ohtani is retired here on a Friday night in Detroit.
Angels made a little adjustment during the season, leaving Mr. Madden, Phil Nevin, former Tiger, 95 through 97. Now he's the manager. I know how that feels. Middle of the season, you get put in there and asked to hold the ship down. And you want to put your old stamp. You got to want that job, Shep. You want to put your mark on it. All baseball guys are always thinking, I would do this, I would do that. And when you get your opportunity, you want to put a good spin on it.
Managed in Erie, managed in Toledo as well, as part of the Tigers organization. Trout pops it up, foul ground, Schoop tracking it. He's got room, and he's got it.
I can tell you, that's always a tough play right here. Listen to the gravel he's got under his feet. Ball always comes back, and Jonathan stays with it. But when you're a manager in the big leagues, you really pay attention to maybe things you could have done or didn't or did not do. Plus, usually the media is a little bit savvy. They give you the tough questions. You just never, being a young manager in the big leagues, can change the way you believe, your beliefs, and the way you think, because you're afraid of what somebody might question it. You have conviction, you go. Everybody learns a little differently.
Luis Rengifo standing in for the Angels, batting third and playing second base tonight.
Matt Manning, tall himself, long levers. Just missed right there. Didn't get it out front quite enough. Let's take a look at his delivery. Nice slow motion. Gets up out over the mound good.
The 2-1. Rengifo sends one to center. Riley Green started back, now in. It's a 1-2-3 start for Matt Manning. Just 11 pitches. Gets him through Ohtani, Trout, and Rengifo. Riley Green leads off the Tigers offense when we come back.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference. One meal at a time. Sign up today at butcherbox.com for a special offer.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
Because especially if they don't come here very often, the visiting crew for the Angels, very complimentary of Comerica Park, loves the setting, and that's a good reason why, what you're seeing right there. When the Tigers batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, Willie Castro bats second, pinch hitter the other day and went yard too in that role. Javier Baez has 5 hits in his career against the Angels, all of them extra base knocks, and Kerry Carpenter bats 6th. Last 4 games, he's 6 for 12 with 2 bombs.
On the mound for Anaheim, Patrick Sandoval, left-hander. Fastball changeup to righties, lots of changes. Fastball sliders to lefty. Likes to double the changeup up.
Has not won a game since May 22nd, and he faces Riley Green to start.
So in pick the stick, myself and Simo went lefty on lefty.
Correct.
Because I don't think he's going to throw that changeup. If he does throw me a changeup, I would wait for the next one.
1-1 to Riley Green. Green told us the other day that he's really has to do a better job of walking. He says he's got to be a little bit more patient at the plate. When he first came up, he did a really good job of that. Slowly to short, David Fletcher throws him out on the run. Here's the defense behind Sandoval. Adele, Trout, and Ward in the outfield. Rojas and Walsh at the corners. Fletcher and Rengifo up the middle, and 16-year vet Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. Mike Trout's first game back since July 12th. 10-time All-Star, roaming center field here at Comerica Park.
Got a little bit of sun right there. I'm sure I'll move out of it.
Castro finds a hole on the left side and a base hit on the very first pitch he sees on this Friday night. Tigers have done a better job of taking early leads the last few games, and they have scored much better. Look at the average hits per game over the last 3, and they have struck out a lot less. That usually leads to pretty good results.
2 more wins with the improvement. That's after losing 8 in a row. But you know, there's with the changes that were made here within the organization, that is a little weird in the clubhouse as well. So that's, we're going to get by that as well. You have some new players coming in, and frankly, look at the amount of names and changes in names that have come through that clubhouse this year. It's a lot. Not that you don't want any, but that seems the Tigers has been excessive.
Both these teams have used a lot of players. They have had to deal with a great deal of fluctuation because of the injuries sustained on both these rosters.
As well as performance.
Yeah. Oh, 2 to Javier Baez. He's down on 3 pitches.
Came right after him his first at bat. Throwing Javi up and away. It was like Javier was trying to make sure he didn't swing at something running off the plate. Sneaky 94-mile-an-hour fastball right by him. You're a hitter. It's you against the pitcher and the catcher. So I would rethink that at bat. And every time that you go up, the more information you have, the better the opportunity to do damage.
See if Eric Haas can do some damage here. They play him to pull. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike.
Back to back curveballs. That was the old get me over. That's where they started off the plate and it goes right over the middle because most of the time hitters are going to take that. They're looking for the fastball.
Got it. Couldn't catch up to it. 1-2. In the dirt and a good block by Suzuki.
Change up.
Hey, if the Tigers score 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit a participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of curly fries. Tigers have done that in each of the last 3 games. 3 runs or more. Haas waits on the 2-2. Cute foul.
Sandoval really comes set for quite some time. As a hitter, it can be distracting because you start to realize you have to blink. So do you blink or do you hold it? I should recommend stepping out of the box. He's holding right into that area. Watch to see if he holds this long again. No blink.
Popped up behind first. Ward in.
Drop it.
It's Walsh who's got it in foul territory. And the Tigers are out in the first in a scoreless ball game.
Retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia is old school. His son Karsten Sabathia is new school. Karsten uses Win Reality for his hitter training, a state-of-the-art tool that utilizes VR to improve timing, pitch recognition, and confidence. A new school approach to more hits. Hitters love it.
I love it.
Pitchers, however.
Man, I'm glad I'm retired.
Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Good nights lead to great mornings. Get generic Viagra shipped discreetly to your door at RexMD.com. Your consultation is free. There's no copays, no doctor office visits, and your shipping is always free. Visit RexMD.com right now.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
To Tigres celebration this weekend. The Tigers always partner up and do a wonderful job of having a luncheon, and today honoring former 1984 world champion Barbaro Garbe, Ramon Santiago, Juan Nieves, Jose Cisnero was on board. The other gentleman in that picture is Pedro Sierra, who is a Cuban native and kind of a baseball pioneer. Spent 22 years in big league ball, Negro National League, played for the Indianapolis Clowns and the Detroit Stars, signed with the Washington Senators, played some time with the Minnesota Twins. It was a wonderful ceremony. I was honored to MC the event, and it was packed at the Tigers Club earlier this afternoon. A lot of fun to talk about the influence of the Latin players in today's baseball and how they've helped shape baseball today. Ground ball to third. Candelario off his chest, and in time to get the leadoff man Taylor Ward here in the second.
Look at Candy right here. It goes down to one knee, and when you do one, like it skipped on him. He picks it up with a strong throw over top. Just got him. Ideally, that hop, you got an in-between hop there. Ideally, you want to be able to read that ball a little quicker and move up and get a shorter hop. It can't get you. But that's easy for me to say. It came down there pretty quick.
3 ground ball outs so far tonight for Matt Manning. This is David Fletcher. A contact hitting second baseman / shortstop, David Fletcher. Gives you a heck of a battle every time he's in there. Riding that 11-game hitting streak. He missed 69 games with a left hip injury earlier this year. That's up high, 1-2. Grounds it foul.
A little better breaking ball this game than last, don't you think, Shep?
Yes.
More downward action. And you see them when a pitcher leaves them up, they don't finish it, they don't get over top. And Matt's been getting that breaking ball down underneath.
Also getting ahead of more hitters here tonight, which is the key to any starter, I would guess. Off the end of the bat, slowly to second, Willie Castro. Nice transfer. Another ground ball out, 2 away.
Willie Castro gets his body in position before he feels this. I think it was, again, there you saw the good hop. That's why they throw the ball across the diamond all day, every day. You never know where you got to throw it from. On the run, down below, accurately.
Give him a ton of credit, Willie Castro, for the different positions he plays and how well he plays each of them. Way back for Jared Walsh, who stands in with 2 away.
Tigers were trying to make him a shortstop not so long ago.
Yeah.
And he actually seems to be settling in, and he probably could play shortstop if they asked him to do it again.
Yeah, the comfort in his role and how he's accepted is pretty good. This one is tagged down the right field line, and that ball is gone. A home run off the bat of Jared Walsh, his 15th of the year, and the Angels have struck first.
Hanger. Ball almost went foul, but didn't get there. Had a sound to it, didn't it?
Sure did.
Just a spinner. Just inside the pole.
353 feet, and it left the bat at 110. Exit velo, 1-0 Angels. Here's Joe Adell.
Let that one go there. A little aggression behind it.
foul back. It's 0-2 to Adele.
Listen to this. You knew it.
I think everybody in the Angels dugout knew it. You see everybody's head turn. Even if they weren't paying attention to the pitch, as soon as they heard that sound like you did, they knew if it stayed fair, something good was going to happen for them. Odell strikes out on 3 pitches. The first of the night for Matt Manning. He surrenders the home run to Jared Walsh. Angels have the 1-0 lead. Tigers search for an answer when we come back.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art. Construction. Baseball.
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up and I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Here's a look inside the WSDS 1480 AM radio booth. It's tonight's Miller Lite Report. And hey, we know Fiesta Tigres night is always special, but this year it is historic as well. That was Carlos Guillen, our good buddy and the bilingual media relations coordinator for the Tigers, and Marie Montes, who's a fabulous journalist. They are calling the game together. So for the very first time, Shep, this game broadcast on Spanish radio. Tigers tweeted this out a little while ago. You can also catch the stream on the MLB app. I'll tell you what, history made here tonight, and it couldn't happen to 2 finer people than Carlos and Marie.
Yeah, Maria Montas, the first woman to ever broadcast a Tigers game, or one of them anyway, and had a chance to visit with them earlier today at the Fiesta Tigres luncheon, and how excited they really are to do what they're doing here tonight. It's special.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
It's a big deal. We know, obviously, we've had Daniel on. Her son, Daniel Alvarez Montes, who's been on during the pursuit of Miguel Cabrera's, pursuit of 3,000 hits. And his mom, Marie, she's been a big part of covering Miguel's Cabrera's career almost for the duration of it. So they're based out of Miami now, but pretty awesome opportunity. If I get a little chance, I might peek over there and pop my head in the booth.
Don't distract him now.
I know.
Let him keep focused.
Commercial break.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks. 1-2 to Cabrera, and he strikes out. A couple of strikeouts early on for Patrick Sandoval, and one away in the Tigers' second.
Change up or slider disappeared. Good arm motion down in the zone. Very tough to get a piece of this. Let's take a look coming at us. A lot of arm motion. You can see the spin on the changeup.
Saw a little bit of everything in that at-bat, did Cabrera, and here's Kerry Carpenter. How good has this kid been as of late? Last 4 games, and even the last 3, if you want to narrow it down even more. The numbers jumping out at you. Chance to play in the field and left field here tonight. Over the mound to second base, Rengifo throws him out.
So you got a 1-0 count. You're looking for something down the middle. He gets it, just rolls it. Let's take a look at this swing right here. We got the play right here up the middle. And watch the finish here and the side swing. He goes through that. Oh, it just looks so good.
You like his swing?
It's different. He's had good results all this year. I think he'll continue to learn how to hit. He's a young kid, and the results should get better.
Jonathan Schoop takes a first pitch strike. Good numbers for Schoop in his career, although a small sample size against Sandoval. See there, one of his 2 hits, a home run. Low to make it 1-1. To center field. Trout comes in, and another out for Mike Trout to take care of business against Jonathan Schoop. Tigers go 1-2-3 in the second. They trail by a run.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going. Come on! That went over, right? It went over! Freaking love baseball.
For a good story,
Stay away from the Rocky Mountain oysters.
good company,
I feel like I don't look too bad in purple.
and a good sleeper pick.
Go over. 4.5 strikeouts on Severino tonight.
Dig into the pregame spread only on MLB Network.
Top of the third, 1-0 Angels. Jose Rojas, Kurt Suzuki, and Shohei Ohtani for the Angels against Matt Manning here in the third. Heavy shift against Rojas. And a first pitch strike from Manning. High and away. 1-1. Rojas in his third stint with the Angels this year. What a story he is. A 36th round pick for LA. Ground ball. Jonathan Schoop feeds Manning, and there's one away. Don't miss the all-new craft beer night presented by Atwater Brewery Saturday, September 3rd when the Tigers face the Royals at 6:10 at Comerica Park. This is the game Kirk Gibson asked, pleaded, can I work it? Special ticket packages include a game ticket, an Atwater beer, free t-shirt, and more. For tickets, visit tigers.com/craft beer.
You see how quick Matt Manning got over there in the first pitch? He's a great athlete.
I see how quickly you avoided that little ad lib in the read.
I didn't hear it.
It's the game you pleaded you wanted to work because of the Atwater beer promotion.
Well, it's refreshing, right?
Absolutely. This is Kurt Suzuki.
You busted me there.
Every once in a while. High in the air, deep left field. Carpenter tracking it. Now comes in. He's got it.
Got a big swing at it. Ball's up a little bit. Down the middle of the plate. Not where you really want it. But it's away with it. Looks like something knocked it down, but showing no wind at all out there.
2 away, and here's Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani's going to let his swing go here. Really disciplined.
1-1.
Really disciplined right now. It looks like he wants it middle in. Letting everything away go.
Able to hold up? He was, and it's 2-1.
Good pitch. I don't know, he held up. Some action on that pitch.
Tigers play him to pull. That's outside. I thought it was interesting in the offseason. Ohtani did an interview with GQ on being the face of Major League Baseball. They asked him that. He said, I'm happy to hear it. That's why I came here, to be the best player.
Well, he's one of them.
Draws a 2-out walk here in the third.
See if he steals the base here. 2 outs. We asked Mike Trout that question, but 2 years earlier than 21. You have to learn a couple words, so if you're a first baseman, wouldn't you? A little bit of Japanese language so you can communicate.
Well, if anybody can do it, it's Jonathan Scope.
He knows, he knows 5 of them?
Yeah. He's got quite the ability to speak a number of different languages. Trout takes one on the outside corner, 0-1.
Incredible, that country. I mean, everybody's knows at least 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a quick throw there. You're a first base coach. You want to keep your eyes on those throws. Get smoked.
Low and away, 1-1 to Mike Trout. Good that he's back. Good for the game. Good for the Angels. Rips it to left and a base hit.
Second base.
Time for Chevrolet's strongest player. Mike Trout is in rarefied air when it comes to on base plus slugging in a career.
Up against some greats. Jimmy Fox, Greenberg, Rogers Hornsby, Barry Bonds, Ted, and the Babe. I spoke out in Williston, North Dakota last week to the Babe Ruth World Series participants. That's what 14-year-olds for kids. I asked them, who knows who Babe Ruth is? Raise your hand. And not many raised it.
Really?
I said, well, get on your computers when you get home.
Yeah, I had a similar message to a high school team that was at the Fiesta Tigres luncheon today, and I said, look, all you kids, especially on your phone, you've got YouTube. different ways to find access to videos. Look up some of the past players that may not be in the Hall of Fame, but were just really solid. And I used Aurelio Rodriguez as an example.
Gigi.
On how good of a fielder he truly was.
Unbelievable.
And if you don't know who Hank Greenberg is, for example, I mean, Hank Greenberg is one of the greatest players of all time. Just the numbers that he put up, astonishing. I'm proud that he was a Tiger. Luis Rengifo flew out to center his first time up. Chops it foul. 1-2. Remember, the Angels started so strong this season. A lot of people were turning heads and thinking, could this be a year that they challenge Houston? And then they dipped off. Joe Madden was fired. But it almost was similar to what the Tigers have gone through, a collective effort where they just could not hit the ball very well.
Did they lose 14 in a row?
There was a spell where it was really tough to watch in 14. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes it out of you.
Yeah.
This game is very mental. And you think that you're always looking for triggers to trigger that good feeling. But the mind is so powerful, it locks on the negativity.
Jammed him and he fouls it back. Injuries didn't help either. A lot of guys for the Angels have gone down with injuries, similar to the Tigers. You see how far back they are in the AL West. Houston, arguably the best team in the American League, and
Seattle's
some might
fire.
They have been, and they still can't make up much ground. Some would argue that Houston might be the best team in all of baseball. We'll soon find out.
They'll be here shortly.
Yeah. Exciting as always. 2-2 to Rengifo.
Now, Matt Manning, earlier on in this game, seemed to be commanding the strike zone a little more than he is now. You get just a pitch or two when you're in an even count, deep into the count. Danger.
The 2-2 up the middle. Baez is there, and he will tag Mike Trout for the out. Matt Manning able to wiggle around a walk to Ohtani and a single to Trout and keep it 1-0 Halos.
Changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.TV.
On Valley Sports is brought to you by GMC. Visit your closest dealer for exceptional offers all month long. By Miller Lite, the official domestic beer of the Detroit Tigers. And by Rally House. Detroit, your city, your house, Rally House. Nice ceremony for Barbaro Garbe. Threw out the first pitch. He was the Tigers Rookie of the Year in 1984. He played 110 games. And Gibby, I'm going to be honest with you, and I watched every single second I could of that season. He started 3 games in the World Series. I did not know that until just the other day. Candelario fouls away the first pitch.
The way he's set up and just put his hands back, and he's had really strong hands, a very distinctive style of hitting and swing. He can break anybody. Nobody he couldn't hit. Great teammate, loved him. Funny. Loved to compete.
Love the influence. He told me earlier today, love the influence that you had on him. Jack Morris, Dan Petrie, Aurelio Lopez was a big influence on him and really helped him into Major League Baseball.
We got after it, but we laughed a lot as well.
1-2 to Candelario. It'll be Candelario, Reyes, and Green for the Tigers here in the third. Down 1-0 because of the 2-out solo homer from Jared Walsh in the second. Ground ball in the hole and a base hit. Second hit of the night for Detroit, both in the same spot. This one leads off the third.
It's like a slider down and in, cutting down, and Candy just drops it right through the 5-6 hole. Lead off single. Do something with it.
See if Victor Reyes can help the cause. He's been hot lately. Last 4 games, you see the numbers. And he takes strike 1.
Looking at Sandoval, very quick to the plate, so you're probably not going to have any stolen base attempts. That's your timing.
Swung on and missed.
He likes that slider. As I always do, I watch that back foot right there, that toe. It lifts even when he goes home. If he goes to first, I'm sure it'll be way up. Watch that toe.
Ground ball to short could be a problem. Brent Hefel's turn in time. 2 away. And now a message from your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Returning AZ Plan lessees can order an F-150 today and lease it for $299 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Big time signatures right there. Is that John Keating and Dan Petrie? And there's something else on there. Not sure what that says above Keating, but look at that. That's special.
Where do you sign the ball at when they give you the?
I oftentimes ask them where they'd like me to sign it, because you know that premier spot that Keating just signed is usually reserved for, you know, players.
Well, kind of the unwritten rules are the manager signs in the manager spot, right? If you have a short name, you go to where the shorter between the horseshoe.
Gotcha.
If you want it to be very illuminated, you put it right in the middle of the horseshoe, much like John Keating did right there. The pro.
Ren Hefel retires Riley Green, and the Tigers are out in the third. It's 1-0 Angels. As we head to the fourth, it'll be Taylor Ward, David Fletcher, and Jared Walsh against Matt Manning.
Our celebrity guests smack balls and gain points for hits. Co-starring in the new series, A League of Their Own. Darcy Carden!
You do that again.
Channel your inner McGuire.
Let's do this.
Oh! I saw that ball disintegrate. This is a bash.
So now we're Bash Brothers.
All right, yeah! Favorite baseball snack?
Like a nice little helmet full of tzatziki. Tasty. I love you. life.
Every game, every night, everything you need to see. Get all the highlights with the fastest hour on television. Quick Pitch, late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network.
Top of the fourth, this little Angels fan. Now we've got some clarification. You can tell it's Dan Petrie and John Keating. The one at the top, we have now found
name.
out.
Dear God, what are we doing?
What do you mean, what are we doing?
Happened? No, is that Johnny Kane's signature?
What is that?
I think it is.
So listen, my dad always gives me a hard time about it. Let's hold it up there. J, Y, K. No.
Well, but why can't you sign it so people can tell?
I tried.
Huh?
That's it. I've been working on it. That's it.
Well, if you've been working on it, you haven't been working on it long.
Well, there's 3 letters now. There used to just be 1 or 2.
Is that how you sign your checks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now everybody's going to know. Not that they're worth anything. Hey, Gibby.
Are you that big of a deal? Are you Mick Jagger that you just do a little scribble here?
Hey,
Am I
wait
a doctor?
minute. So I'm taping one right now. This is the managers, and here's where I go.
All right.
So
Gibby, can I put your name on this ball? Make this kid's day?
Well, Gibby's, you can read Gibby's name.
I know, but I'm asking. I'm going to bring the ball to the booth.
Oh.
See right here, Kirk Gibson. I go right down at the bottom, and I'm a gentleman. This is the manager spot.
Okay.
And this whole ball right here apparently is Johnny Kane's.
Well, you can't sign the sweet spot. That's for the big stars, right?
Yeah, I was asked.
Well, that's what I said, but you signed it.
I signed it right above Dan.
Okay.
So,
well,
I was told
you
please sign above Mr. Keating. I said sure. Gibby, can I bring it up to you? I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah, he's signed enough. What's one more?
I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up. We're going to put Gibby on the sweet spot.
Matt
right?
Manning strikes out Taylor Ward to start the fourth.
Here we go. We got room for you, Gibby. Somewhere in here.
I could always find room.
There's David Fletcher.
Coming up.
See, I used to procrastinate a little bit sometimes about signing the ball, so I always had to find a spot. There wasn't much room left.
You used to procrastinate? You signed a number of them earlier today. That's foul off the bat of David Fletcher.
Well,
you were very generous today with your time. Give you a lot of credit.
Well, it's not a credit thing. It's I finally understand.
Well, you're trying to work at the same time, and many people were tugging at you a little bit, and you were fantastic with them as always.
Well, when you take like 43 days off, you know, the 4 people that wanted to see you over those 40 days, they get backed up.
Fletcher grounded to second his first time up. Inside, and it's 2-2. Well, Manning just popped the glove at 95. So a little more giddy up on the fastball. Jared Walsh, who's got the home run off him, standing on deck. Punched in the air to right center. Riley Green, great jump as always. And there are 2 away. Now time for our All-State Mayhem moment. This is how the Jared Walsh home run sounded on Spanish radio here in Detroit.
Así es, listo Manning, saca batazo largo por el bosque derecho, la pelota atrás, 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 abriendo y esa. Búsquenla en las gradas de parte de Jared Walsh. se pone adelante a los angelinos una carrera por ser una línea trepidante por el bosque derecho, Mari.
Línea, hit it hard.
That is Carlos Guillen on the call, along with his color analyst Marie Montes. There they are right there. The first Spanish radio broadcast for the Tigers. That Walsh homer came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. It's 1-1 to him here in this at-bat in the fourth. Remember, there were 2 away when he hit home run number 15 back in the second, and there are 2 away now. Fouls it back. It's 1-2.
Trying to keep it above his hands. A little higher, maybe he swings and misses. You know, I usually throw some goodies in this bag right here, give away. But been traveling too much, no goodies left.
You ate them all, did you?
Well, I'm not talking about eat, I'm talking about things to give away.
No signature on that Gibson jersey. Not yet, anyway.
That's a road jersey. That looks like a 80s, early 80s.
Got the V-neck. Popped up. Haas gives chase. Will he have room? He will. And the Angels go 1-2-3 for the second time tonight. Matt Manning settling in a 1-0 ball game.
Get him some runs. There we go.
Every game, every night, everything you need to see. Get all the highlights with the fastest hour on television. Quick Pitch, late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network.
Fridays are back on Valley Sports Detroit, but it's a Thursday that gets us going. Join us next Thursday, August 25th, for the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic. We'll be at Wayne State for 2 great games. Macomb, Dakota takes on Brother Rice at 4 p.m. Sterling Heights Stevenson takes on West Bloomfield at 7. Don't miss all of your gridiron action during Valley Sports Detroit Football Fridays, only on Valley Sports Detroit and on the Valley Sports app. Guys?
And it all culminates at Ford Field on Thanksgiving weekend for the state finals. All right, Keats, thanks. Looking forward to that as always. Willie Castro leads off the fourth, and Javier Baez and Eric Haas trying to get to Patrick Sandoval. 2 hits aside, but the 1 hit, the difference maker. The solo homer from Jared Walsh in the second.
At high school football under the lights, huh? That is fun stuff.
Oh, man.
Why is it so much
Loved it.
funner under the lights? That was a bad word.
I don't know. Just the whole buildup, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the stage.
Yeah, everybody likes the bright lights, and you don't get that necessarily in afternoon. When you played, did you in high school? Were you? Did you guys play on Friday nights?
Yeah,
we played a lot of
night,
Saturday
night,
afternoons.
Night
games. Okay.
mostly all night.
Willie Castro strikes out to start the fourth. A little more from Johnny Kane on our Football Friday night coverage. Johnny?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's I said this during the pregame show. This is, I think, some of the best stuff that we do, some of the best work we do is showcasing a lot of these high schools. And, you can see a couple of the first 4 weeks we're going to be doing, the one that we've had circled for a long time, September 2nd, Birmingham Groves at Oxford, be the first game for Oxford since the tragedy. And we really want to shine a light on the community and how far they've come. It's going to be emotional, there's no doubt about that, but we want to, we want to treat it with the proper amount of reverence that it deserves, and that's really just going to get us going. We've got the Kickoff Classic coming up this coming Thursday, and then the Oxford game on the 2nd, and then from there we'll be off and rolling.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Clarkston,
good ones on that schedule, man. You got King against Cass Tech, and then you got Brother Rice and Catholic Central. It's looking forward to the coverage as always, and it's big at Wayne State. We take it all the way to the football finals at Ford Field, November 25th and 26th. 4 games each day. It's a phenomenal. Then we do the Legacy All-Star Game, which is always fun at the gorgeous Legacy Sports Complex. It's been a labor of love for us for decades in calling those games, and love every second of it. Baez grounds it to third. On the backhand, Rojas across the diamond. Good footwork by Jared Walsh, and there are 2 away. Here comes Eric Haas. It's hard, isn't it hard to believe that we're talking about high school football already?
It's been a quick, warm summer.
Yeah.
Looks like Sandoval likes that high fastball. Danny Petrie's going to be in here. He'll evaluate for us. And you got to lay off that one. And he's got the slider and the changeup.
That was the slider right there at 88 to make it 0-1.
He's got it in a pretty good down and in. You don't want to swing because that's where that's his money ball tonight. All the ground balls are right in the down and in. But we don't know really what the hitter's seen, how much the arm motion, the deception, and the spin of the ball. That's what really gets the hitter. Got to be able to see it. There's a changeup, it looks like.
2-1.
Looks like it goes straight down. I bet you he's going to double this up.
You think another changeup's coming here?
Yeah. You got 2-1. I would be looking for it right now. Something up, changeup. Pop.
Got under it. Trout has it. A 10-pitch inning for Patrick Sandoval. And the Tigers are retired 1-2-3. Dan Petrie joins the broadcast on the upside.
Our celebrity guests smack balls and gain points for hits. Co-starring in the new series, A League of Their Own. Darcy Carden!
You do that again.
Channel your inner McGuire.
Let's do this.
I saw that ball disintegrate. This is a bash.
So now we're Bash Brothers.
All right, yeah. Favorite baseball snack?
Like a nice little helmet full of tzatziki. Tasty. I love you. This has been the best day of my life.
From inside jokes.
Hey, look, it's Mike Napafanakis.
To insider's perspectives.
I like this. Plus money. Dakota Hudson over 3.5 strikeouts.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only on MLB Network.
Matt Manning to face the Angels because it brings back memories of his major league debut June 17th a year ago when he threw 5 innings of 4-hit, 2-run ball against the Angels. It was a setback, but it's something he will always remember. Always like to welcome in another California native, Dan Petrie. Yeah. Good to see you, partner.
No, it's nice to have got a good ball game going here too. It's a couple of good job by Matt Manning and Patrick Sandoval so far.
What have you noticed different about Manning tonight than his last start against Chicago?
The one thing I'm just glad to see is his velocity is right back where it was against Chicago. And that pitch right there has started to come around the slider. It was okay in Chicago. Well, it wasn't that good in Chicago. And that's why he was leaning on the fastball. But in this last 2 innings, he's really started to spot that fastball, got Ward to strike out on it in the last inning.
Facing Joe Adell, Jose Rojas, and Kurt Suzuki. There's the breakdown of his arsenal.
I just, again, you can see the average mile per hour on the 4-seam fastball. And that's 2 outings in a row where, a lot of times it's been up and down. Like he'll show and it'll say, okay, 95. The next time out, he'll be throwing like 90, 91. And that's the baffling part, I think, for A.J. Hinch and Chris Fetter. But back-to-back starts where he's got good velocity, so that means his arm's feeling good.
Now 2-2 to Joe Adell, who he struck out to end the second. A couple of strikeouts for Manning so far here tonight. Both swinging.
No, I'm seeing some of his curveballs have a lot more depth than you saw earlier in the year in his first couple starts. You can see the fastball seems to have more finish, like right there. That's right where you want it, a little above the zone, and it got there quick.
Yeah, the other thing, that 4-seam fastball up in the zone there, and it being as tall as he is, it looks like it's almost got that little hop at the end. And, it's not rising, so to speak, but to the hitter, it's not sinking as much, but it looks like it's got that little jump to it, and I think that's where they're swinging through that high fastball.
Right underneath it.
Scope will take it himself, 2 away.
Like that, too, right after strikeouts. First pitch, another out, 2 outs.
Really not a lot of hard pitches that he's had to throw as far as pressure and do or die pitches. He's had 62 pitches here in 4 2/3. That's probably his best effort as far as pitch efficiency in his pro career.
That's a wicked slider to make it 0-1 to Kurt Suzuki.
It is, and I'm just glad he stuck with it too. In the first couple of innings, it was backing up, it was into the right-handers, and just not doing what it was supposed to be doing, but he stuck with it, and it's paid off for him.
Another one. That's filthy.
How can it back up? I know.
It doesn't go right to left, but it just, you're just not. It's coming out where your fingers on the side, so it's just kind of spinning. Not quite that cement mixer that you like to call it, but just you don't get on top of it, so you get the right to left break. Did you see Suzuki jumping out of the way of the second one? I mean, that was out over the outside part of the plate, and he's kind of jackknifing like, whoa, that's going to hit me.
I think a lot of fans wonder, how do you know when to give up on a pitch in an outing, and how do you know when to stick with it, like Manning has done with that slider here tonight? 0-2 to Suzuki. Just missed inside.
Well, I mean, you have to. I always think that you should throw it. You have a routine when you throw your pitches in between innings. But I mean, that's the time that you should be out there saying, look, I don't have my slider working, so why not throw a couple of extra before the catcher throws the ball down to second?
Sharply foul down the third base line.
The other thing is that against the Rays, when he was 7 shutout innings, he had a really good curveball, and I think he threw more curveballs than he did sliders. They were really, really close, and he hasn't done that a whole lot. He's thrown mainly sliders, so you can go to your curveball until the slider comes back, and at least one of the two are working, and that was the problem for him in Chicago. He was trying like heck, and like you said, he was fighting through that, but he didn't have either one of those pitches going for him.
Base hit to center. A 2-out knock for Kurt Suzuki.
Just left a fastball here, right out over the plate. Suzuki is right where he needs it to hit it. Did a good job of staying up the middle. He's not going to like that, right?
Yep, just when you miss that spot and you're thinking, man, I'm going to get out of here and have a nice, easy inning. Now you got Ohtani up and things start to get a little bit interesting.
Yeah, you did mistakes here.
Oof, went for the downs there. The slider beat him. It's 0-1.
That's a couple of good swings from Suzuki too, because he hit that ball pretty good to left field back in the third, where he took Carpenter back to the warning track, just shy of the fence.
Yes.
Strike 2 called.
Yeah, you can see just that third inning was the one that you had the walk to Ohtani and then the base hit to Trout. So that was about the only one that was the real stressful inning. Just there was a couple of base runners that he had to pitch around, but the rest of them have been nice, quick innings.
Good stop by Haas. 27 home runs for Shohei Ohtani this year, 5 this month. Tied for most in the American League with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pasquantino of Kansas City, and Bregman of Houston. Of course, Alex Bregman had 2 last night.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, both on hanging sliders on the inside part of the plate. How about a high fastball right here, Gibby?
Yeah, I like it.
Struck him out. 4 punch-outs for Manning. He works around a 2-out single. He gets the better of Shohei Ohtani to end the 5th.
Hey, it's me, the summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Nice.
What?
With the Game Time app, I pay 60% less than this guy.
60%?
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
Who's allowed just the 1 run, a home run in the 2nd, and Patrick Sandoval, who's had a very impressive line, considering this is a guy who has not won since May 22nd, has lost 7 straight decisions. He has been electric so far through 4. Dan Petrie, what's impressed you most about Patrick Sandoval tonight?
For me, it's been his fastball command. I know you know, you and I were talking before the game. We had a note where, what was it, 96 of his 106 strikeouts were on non-fastballs, and you thought he'd come in throwing a lot of off-speed stuff. He's mixed it in, but it's his fastball command that has been very sharp. It doesn't matter if there's the four-seamer or the two-seamer. He's thrown a lot of strikes with both of those, and then he's been able to mix in those other pitches depending upon if it's a right-hander or left-handed hitter.
Can I say that I think he's shown a great game, just perfect enough. The Tigers is 1-0. They're down 1-0, he could throw a great game and we could get him. We could sneak him, get him late. That ever happened to you? You throw a great game and you're leading the whole game? That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, I'm always going to remember Wednesday and against the Guardians, and just all you need is that little crack. Just crack the door a little bit.
That was the like button I pushed there.
It took a while to read, but I like the T-shirt.
You know what I like about T-shirts? They got to be soft. Can't stand those scratchy T-shirts. Soft.
Got to wash them first. Can't put them on until they're washed.
Take the tags out too.
Cabrera to right field on the line for a base hit to lead off the fifth.
Now we were talking about Kerry Carpenter. I just said that. Who does he remind me of? I put an Ernie Witt together. Remember this guy, Peaches, right?
Yeah, sure
just
do.
Kind of the last part of their swings. They're not similar, but yet they are. That's the ready position. Now watch the way they come through. This time's up perfect. Go ahead and let's roll. They kind of got that sweeping. The angle looks similar.
I kind of like in Kerry Carpenter's, like he was swinging an axe. Like there's an axe head out on the end of the bat. You know, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like he's whipping. There's a big weight on the end of that bat.
I'll say it's minimal resemblance, but hopefully we get a good result here. Hanger.
By the way, Ernie Witt, Detroiter, went to Macomb Community College in Warren. In case people didn't know. Yeah.
We had some competition against that team at Old Exhibition Stadium. When you played left field, you could barely see below the knees of the hitter. It was so.
Left side of the infield could be two.
Beat it.
Yeah, Carpenter got down the line well enough.
They're definitely throwing him up. Every pitch almost is that and the slider. Remember he rolled the last one. This one he did not. He let it get a little too deep. He did hustle and beat it out. Attaboy.
Yeah, it wasn't quite hit hard enough, and I don't think they would have got him beside the, if they would have came and gave an overhand feed instead of the underhand feed. He was a little bit of ways from that bag, but I don't think it would have mattered.
Jam sandwich.
Scope looks at one low and away.
I learned all these things from the pitchers, I think. Danny, you teach me that?
No, what was the one? I was laughing earlier in the game. Which one did you use? I can't remember now. You said one, and I went, oh, yeah, I remember that one.
I like when he says Schinberger and tow truck. Now,
I don't want a tow truck.
Jam sandwich. Boom! Foul tip.
You know, and I've been watching Jonathan Scope. It just seemed like in Cleveland he was starting to focus on hitting the ball to the right side, and he had a double in the right center field gap during that series, and hit a couple of ground outs too. But I thought that would play really well with Sandoval, how he's trying to, you know, if he's going the other way and he's turning that changeup over, that's something out over the plate. Jonathan Scope, if he's focusing that way, it doesn't mean he can't pull it, but focusing up the middle and the other way.
Yeah, he pulled off that last one a little bit. You're right, Danny. Didn't keep the bat in the zone.
Also homered in that series against Cleveland, but he pulled the home run. His 9th of the season.
Yeah, that was that down and in changeup from Eli Morgan. Yeah, right down the line up into that little walkway. Yep.
Fly to center his first time up. Cut and a miss. Just 3 hits for the Tigers tonight, all of them singles. Willie Castro, Jamer Candelario, and Miguel Cabrera.
You can run on this these catchers for the Angels, but Sandoval does a nice job of holding runners, does not give up a lot of stolen base. I can see why now. He just, with Carpenter over there, he's just pausing, getting them flat-footed over there, Gibby. I mean, just pause and pause and pause and hurry up, throw the pitch, you know.
Yeah, he's holding the hitter too.
Yes.
He's making it. You get into the area where you got to blink. Like I just call time. So you going to throw it or not? I'm not going to stand in there.
Yeah, because you get the same way, don't you? You're like, hurry up and throw it.
You're not blinking, but then you got to start to feel like you're blinking. So you're trying to hold it. Then about the time you blink, they throw it.
Or just when you're ready to call timeout, they deliver too, and it catches you in between.
A chopper to second. Fletcher's turn in time, and Scope bounces in to an inning-ending double play. We played 5 here in Detroit. It's 1-0 LA.
Looking for dinner made easy? Move over meal prep and make way for pre-chopped and pre-portioned ingredients. Hit the road hard to follow recipes and say hello to easy breezy meals. Peace out, pile of dishes, and welcome easy cleanup. Well, hello there, Home Chef. Home Chef oven-ready meals. Pre-chopped and pre-portioned recipes without the prep or mess.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Home Chef. Delicious meat simple.
They said optical shops weren't very inviting. So we, Warby Parker, created ones that were. They said prescription eyewear was too expensive. So we offered more affordable glasses, contacts, and eye exams. They said opticians weren't always friendly. So we hired only the friendliest and the most knowledgeable. And finally, they said the whole experience was just kind of unpleasant. So we set out to change that too. Visit a Warby Parker store and see for yourself.
So a few months ago, I realized I was losing my hair, and then I found Hims.
And a licensed healthcare provider prescribed me this new spray. The results have been amazing. I only wish I'd started sooner.
Like if you could start yesterday, do that. Regrow your hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. Visit 4hims.com.
The game, we check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. That young man needed Kirk Gibson's signature to really complete the experience. And Gibby did just that. Johnny brought it up for him, and look where Gibby signed it. Perfect and nice and legible. And now Dad's got one, and so does Son. And look at that. He changed his shirt from Angels to Tigers, as did, well, Dad's got the cap on. That's all right. You can burn the shirt later. That was great.
How about that?
That was cool, man.
Convert them one at a time.
Yeah.
You're on there too. So it's Shepard, Keating, Peaches, Kane, Gibson.
Beautiful.
That's a good day.
What did Dad say when you brought him the
He was
ball?
very appreciative. He got the other one for the little brother. Didn't get as much love. So.
Oh, okay.
So we got one for the little brother as well.
Good job, my friend.
Yeah, good job by Gibby.
Yeah.
Appreciate the generosity.
Safe to say there's the only 2 balls with those signatures on it.
That one might be listed. Everybody says, who are the other 4?
Exactly.
No thanks.
They know 2 of the Beatles. It's Gibby and Petrie. Who the heck are the others?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
We got kind of jammed up on the high school stuff. I wanted to also mention what a great job you do calling those high school games, man. So looking forward to the games at Wayne State, my friend.
Hey, man, I know how much you appreciated doing those games as well, and you did for a long time. So appreciate passing on the baton. I know Gibby also a big fan of the high school game. So, like I said, man, we try to do a good job with all the resources that we have at Valley, and we hope the communities appreciate it.
Mike Trout strikes out to start the 6th. Manning overpowers him. That is strikeout number 5.
That Master Peach, is this a cutter? It looks like it's got a little finish on it.
It's a 4-seamer, but it recently it has shown, and just at times where you can see it's got just that little bit of cut action or the spin, and it does. It's got just a little bit. Not every time. I don't know if it's something that he throws by design or if it just, sometimes he's trying to get a little extra and it ends up cutting on him just naturally.
Now he faces Luis Rengifo.
But he set that fastball up with a couple of good sliders out over the plate. First 2 pitches got him to swing, and came back with I think it was a 2-seamer and then the 4-seamer to strike him out.
Candelario on the infield, 2 away. Do you guys look at that as much as anything else? How pitchers are setting up batters? You look at that as much as you look at their stuff in general?
Absolutely.
On a certain night?
Don't you? I mean, you're analyzing what the hitter's doing.
Oh,
you're reading that swing, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. But I think that's just, I think they've gotten away a little bit this year from it. But the tunneling effect of where, you try to throw pitches off of certain pitches, so you're using that slider on the outside part of the plate, and just when he thinks it's going to be another slider, you throw a different pitch, but it's still out there on the outside part of the plate. Vice versa, you throw the fastball and get them looking at the fastball out over the plate. Oh, here comes one, and then you throw the slider off of it. So they're almost in the same identical spot, but they have 2 different movements on them.
They come out of the same, but
right.
They don't end up the same. That's
right.
Low 94 with that big long lever right there. His ball looks really sneaky this inning. Angel hitter's way tardy. And he's attacking. You can tell he feels it.
Another pop-up. Manning is twirling a gem. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels. How about that, Dan Petrie? You wanted a high fastball against Ohtani to end the 5th, and then you talked about the movement against Mike Trout. Phil Nevin was right in concert with what you were talking about. You will lend.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going. Come on! That went over, right? It went over! Freaking love baseball.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Heritage Night is Friday, September 2nd, when the Tigers host the Royals at 7:10. Special ticket packages are on sale right now and include a game ticket, exclusive Irish Tigers hat, and donation to the United Irish Societies. To purchase, go to tigers.com/Irish. That's a beautiful shot right there.
Coming alive.
The district, yeah, it sure is. We got a nice crowd here on a Friday night. A lot of it has to do with the Tigers being back home. A lot of it has to do with the weather. And let's not kid ourselves. When you get a chance to see Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, knowing that they don't come here very often, grab a ticket and come on down. Jeimer Candelario singled his first time up, leads off the 6th. A chopper Sandoval. Well, that's an athletic play. One away.
That pitch down and in. Nothing to swing at down there.
Never miss a moment of Tigers baseball again. Stream your team on the Bally Sports app. Get scores, highlights, and watch the Tigers live. Only on the Bally Sports app, presented by Miller Lite. Tigers have bounced into a couple of double plays tonight. Victor Reyes bounced into one in the third. Up high, 1-0. Fouled away. By the Angels playing here in Detroit this weekend, they will have now faced every American League team. Tigers the last team that they needed to face to complete that.
Hey, we used to like going out west to play. I know we had the 15, 16-day trips out there a couple of times. Sure, the Angels like the same. They want to be here in the summer, not the winter.
Yeah, right.
We like to go out there early when it was cold here in Detroit.
There's only one American League team the Tigers have yet to face, and that is Seattle. And they'll get them here at the end of the month.
4 games, isn't it?
It is a 3-game series on the August 30th, 31st, and September 1st. And the 4-game series is out in Seattle, the last series of the year. Reyes strikes out, 2 away in the 6th.
Up and away. Again, he's using that fastball up and just at or above the zone, and the slider down and in. And the changeup's right down the middle, and we've hit a couple of those off the end of the bat. So running out of time, but your 3rd time through, you should have a pretty good idea. See some hard hit balls here and get a rally started. Rally time.
See if Riley Green can start it. Green has grounded out to short and grounded out to second.
A lot being asked of Riley Green,
Yeah.
the young kid. I'm telling you, that he's got to be tired mentally and physically in the big leagues. Force fed, high octane every day.
If he is, he doesn't show it, at least to us when we're in the clubhouse. He attacks every day with a fresh attitude, smile on his face. Glad to be a major leaguer.
Yeah, well, I learned how to play in the bigs too. It's very challenging.
Yeah. 2-1.
He will learn at a quicker pace. That's why he's up here.
Now 2-2. Green spent his off day yesterday. Good camaraderie on this club with 5 other Tigers playing a little golf. Riley Green golfs right-handed. Of course, as you see, hits left-handed, which is kind of unique.
I like the way he took that. It was a borderline pitch. He took it.
Taps it foul to stay alive.
Slider right there. See how Riley's out in front. Good motion on those pitches. A lot of arm action, and you got to tell yourself to see the ball and try not to be fooled by the body and the action and the deception that it's created.
Angels play him straight away.
Slider.
Fouled away. about these guys? Those are some pretty good names on the back of those jerseys.
Yeah, pretty good. What one would you want if you were a youngster? You could have one of those three.
Well, the Tigers jersey for yours truly. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I would guess Mike Trout is a Hall of Famer. I think that's a fair guess. And Shohei Ohtani is well on his way, but still plenty more to do in his career. 7th pitch of the at-bat to Riley Green coming here.
Riley Green really tried to stay on that ball. That was inside, right on his chest, and he just fouled it off. Staying alive. Coming in there again, huh?
Low to make it a full count.
That Wolfie back there, Jim Moore.
Yeah, it is.
Got a break there. Take advantage of it. Gotta believe he's just doubled him up inside. If he threw anything breaking on the outside part of the plate, Riley would have a hard time laying off it. On and in.
Ground ball to second. Another 1-2-3 inning for Patrick Sandoval. His 3rd of the night to keep it 1-0 LA.
Our celebrity guests smack balls and gain points for hits. Co-starring in the new series, A League of Their Own. Darcy Carden!
You do that again.
Channel your inner McGuire.
Let's do this.
Oh! I saw that ball disintegrate.
This is a bash. So now we're Bash Brothers.
All right, yeah! Favorite baseball snack?
Like a nice little helmet full of tzatziki. Tasty. I love you. This has been the best day of my life.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
High-speed pitch. Matt Manning has been dialed in for most of the night, Gibby.
He really has. He's come out top of the 7th. He's through 6 innings. One mistake to Walsh here, but fielding his position as well as hitting the top of the target. And you see a little cutter coming out of his hands now. It's a new pitch, a new development. So he's in good shape. 82 pitches through 6 innings, and he's out for more. That's what you want to start seeing out of your youngsters.
Hasn't thrown more than 19 pitches in any inning, and that was in the 3rd. He's retired the Angels 3 times. Induces a soft pop-up right side of the infield. Willie Castro steps in front of Jonathan Scope, 1 away. Here's Jared Walsh. And as Gibby mentioned, the one mistake Matt Manning has made tonight came with 2 outs in the second, and Walsh took advantage of it, hitting at 352 feet for his 15th homer of the year.
Yeah, we say it's a mistake, is it? Or did the guy just make put a good swing?
Great question. Great question.
He's thrown a great game tonight. He wants it. You can tell he's very aggressive. He's working quickly. AJ Hinch looks like he's going to let Matt Manning go.
You had mentioned with Dan Petrie earlier in the broadcast about how good he was against Tampa. That was back on August 7th when he twirled 7 innings of scoreless ball, tied a season high in strikeouts. He doesn't have the strikeouts here, but I'll tell you this.
Got the outs.
He's got some really good stuff. 5 punch outs so far. He's only walked 1.
He's probably had 5 weak fly balls of the infield.
Yeah, right. Another soft one, yeah. High hop for Baez, 2 away. Where's Johnny Kane at, John?
Hey, Shep, how about a Bernard's big money moment for you? The Tigers and Nike partnered today to provide a pretty awesome shopping experience for about 30 softball and baseball players from the area, the coaches, their families as well, all from the southwest Detroit area. Had a shopping spree over there at the Nike store, then came over and caught some BP. Gregory Soto made a special appearance out there to make the day a little more special. Those youngsters are also here catching the ball game here tonight.
Love those stories, don't you?
Absolutely. It's what it's about, man.
You bet.
Johnny, did you get a pair of shoes?
You know, I wasn't scheduled to be there this morning, but I was like, I'll go. You know, sometimes you're just in the proximity. You're like, and who are you with?
Yeah. I'll go. If Gregory's buying, I'll go.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I talked to Gregory Soto about that before the game, and it meant a lot to him.
Yeah.
He loves being out there with those young kids and signing the autographs, but taking them around. And I said, about how many kids were there? He goes, I don't know, maybe 30?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah, right around there. Right.
You got to think about that. 30 individuals impacted by the generosity of today.
Yeah.
Johnny, I'm going to let you order a pair of shoes off in my Nike ID account.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can
Way to
sport
go.
them.
Very nice of you.
Let's do it, man.
You know what Johnny's going to order, don't you?
What?
Golf shoes.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Can never get enough of those, baby.
Oh.
Down
Bye-bye.
goes Joe Adell. Another 1-2-3 frame from Matt Inning. How locked in is he? 9 pitches to dust aside the Angels in the 7th. His offense needs to help him out. It's 1-0 LA as we stretch in Detroit. Brought to you.
Our celebrity guests smack balls and gain points for hits. Co-starring in the new series, A League of Their Own. Darcy Carden!
You do that again.
Channel your inner McGuire.
Let's do this.
I saw that ball disintegrate. This is a bash.
So now we're Bash Brothers.
All right, yeah. Favorite baseball snack?
Like a nice little helmet full of tzatziki. Tasty. I love you. This has been the best day of my life.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up and we'll all shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. What do you got for us, Gibby?
Yeah, look at all the hard hit balls. I'm curious where that. Oh, they're all over pretty much the middle of the plate. They got 2 on the edges, just like that selective tool that if you can force yourself to be patient for a ball in the middle of the plate, you're going to have a better chance of hitting a ball 95 miles per hour or greater. And when you do that and you have a little angle to it, guess what happens? You hit a gapper and you hit a home run. So just a curiosity. Matt Manning done, 90 pitches in. God, I'd like to see him out there for another inning. Everybody's happy. 7 innings pitched. 1 walk, 6 Ks, career high, 90 pitches.
Second time in the last 3 starts. He's gone 7 innings.
In general, when you have a kid like Matt Manning, he hasn't thrown that much since he's been on the, I call it the disabled list, the injured list. You're going to be cautious with the pitch count.
Sandoval dropped it for a moment and retires Willie Castro to start the 7th.
I just wonder, seems some believe Trevor Bauer, when he was pitching, he was a guy who threw a lot more. There are other pitchers I believe in throwing a lot more. Matt Manning seems like at some point he's a big kid, strong. Maybe it's just me wishing a little too much. Maybe I'm out of line.
What would be the purpose of that in a season like this, especially when it's just the 3rd start for him since he's come off the IL?
Well, I think if you want to get faster, you run.
Okay.
I think if you want to develop more arm strength, and I'm saying this really in a really abstract way. There's so many things to be taken into consideration. And I'm not questioning them taking him out. I'm just curious if certain guys I think are built. You can look at Justin Verlander, okay? I mean, look at the pitches and how his arms held up. Look at Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw for so many years now. He's getting to the end. I just think you can go and find a lot of pitchers. It's hard to figure out who they are earlier in their career. But throwing the ball as effortlessly as he was tonight, I guess maybe that was my curiosity. It was more of a wish, you know. I can envision this being a playoff game and Matt Manning's throwing that game. I want him to be able to go to that next inning, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He had a 9-pitch 7th.
Baez strikes out for the 2nd time tonight, and there are 2 away here in the Tigers' 7th, and now a message from Carshield.
Do you hate saving money?
No. You must hate saving money.
I don't hate saving money. Then you got to call Carshield now, Nathan.
Before a breakdown.
You know what? You guys are right.
5 strikeouts on the night for Patrick Sandoval. More importantly, his pitch count is incredible. It's 72, and he's almost through 7. Has to deal with Eric Haas here with 2 away. Base is clear here in the bottom of the 7th. Changeup in at 81, 0-1.
So the Tigers, on the other hand, have been very, very anxious. Willie Castro sent 5 pitches and 3 at bats, and Javi Baez saw 9 pitches in his 3 at bats. But you got to give Sandoval a little bit of credit. He's throwing some strikes.
Yep.
And I think he's throwing more fastballs tonight than maybe we've seen him throw in the past. Maybe got the Tigers a little bit off balance. Still only down a run in position to win.
Sandoval has thrown only 19 balls tonight. 19. 75 pitches.
How many swinging?
56 strikes. That's impressive.
Look at there, 5 strikeouts, 10 groundouts, and 3 flies. Fly outs, I'm sorry. Some are Thinking of flies buzzing.
Up and in, 2-2.
You're out there eating. That dang fly going around you. How do you take care of them? I'm going into relax mode right now. I just went into some ultra critical thinking just prior to this. So
8 homers on the year for Haas. Strikes out to end the 7th. Another quick inning for Sandoval. 9 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Down go the Tigers, 1, 2, 3. There's 2 identical twins taking in a ball game. It's a pitcher's duel.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! Jojo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going. Come on!
That went over, right? It went over.
Freaking love baseball.
Hey, Doc.
Good morning. Take a crack at the bottom line, please.
L-I. That's live look-ins.
And the next line.
Doc, that's MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, bringing the new season into focus. Only on MLB Network.
Patrick Sandoval looks like Mark Langston or Frank Tanana back in their early days with the Angels, and Jared Walsh has plated the only run of the ballgame. Matt Manning was spectacular. 4 base runners for Detroit, all of them singles. No one has reached scoring position. It has been a pitcher's duel by definition. We're into the 8th. Manning out after 90 pitches and was spectacular on this Friday night. He gives way to Joe Jimenez here in the 8th in a wall-side windows pitching change.
45 2/3 innings for Joe. Only 11 walks. Boy, he's really come out in that department. You see the whip only 109. Not giving any freebies out. He's had a very good year, and the Tigers have got to have interest in keeping him in the mix.
No doubt. Last pitched on Tuesday in Cleveland.
Wake up.
Asked Joe Jimenez, what did you do on your day off yesterday? And he said, absolutely nothing. Just hung out and relaxed. Sometimes baseball players need that, don't they, Gibby?
Well, when they played the amount of games in the shortened schedule because of the delay, yes.
He's quickly ahead of Jose Rojas. It'll be Rojas and then Kurt Suzuki, and then the top of the order, Shohei Ohtani. Just over his head on the charge by a barehanded play and a beauty. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. One away.
Set himself up very good, gets his body in throwing position, so when he barehands it, immediately on to first. That's not easy. Look at that short hop, bare hand. Jonathan Scope, quick like a cat, makes the retreat.
Here's Kurt Suzuki, who's 1 for 2. One of the 3 hits for the Angels. It was a 2-out single in the 5th. The hits for LA, the Walsh home run in the 2nd. The single by Suzuki and a single by Mike Trout. 1-1 to Suzuki. Swung on and missed. Struck him out.
Joe Jimenez hopefully took notes from Matt Manning. How did he attack Shohei Ohtani? A lot of high breaking balls, high fastballs, all attacked up really high, occasionally bouncer in the dirt. Good stop right there. Overhung him. Ohtani trying to hit that ball out of the ballpark. Matt Manning had his location down outside of the zone when he needed it.
Did reach base in the third with a walk.
Lots of off-speed pitches. It looked like Shohei liked that pitch call. Gonna go back up top.
Foul back. It's 0-2. Ohtani will pitch against the Tigers in the series wrap-up Sunday.
Van hit.
Yeah, he'll do both. It'll be Francisco Rodriguez, or Eduardo Rodriguez rather, for Detroit. His first game back. Excited for that matchup. Down he goes swinging. Jimenez overpowers Ohtani, strikes out a pair in the 8th, and the Tigers keep him off the board. Good stuff there from Jimenez. Helped out by a hell of a play from Javier Baez to start the inning.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Over the next couple of games, Reed Detmers against Tyler Alexander tomorrow, 12:30 with Tigers Live with John Keating, Dan Petrie, and Johnny Kane. And then on Sunday, the series wrap-up, Shohei Ohtani, Eduardo Rodriguez back with the Tigers after a few rehab assignments down in Lakeland and then Toledo, and he feels good, looks sharp. 6 innings his last time out. Spoke to his team on his return, and everybody there to support him and ready to support him on Sunday as well.
Akil Baddoo, I hope you're loose. Miggy's going to get on right here. Going to bring a due in. Think that we'll try and maybe steal a base when we get to John Scope if we can't advance him. But you got to be aggressive. You got to get a run right here. Let's push the issue. And here he is.
He's laughing because he's thinking right along with you there, buddy. 0-2 now to Cabrera, who singled his last time up. One of the 3 hits for Detroit.
They've done a good job mixing fastballs with the off-speed chop. I'd like to see maybe the Tigers move up a little bit in the box.
Rengifo moves to third. Fletcher from short to second. Andrew Velasquez now at short. And Magnunis Sierra is in left field.
Come on, Miggy. Start it off. About a double.
Second time Cabrera strikes out. That's how the 8th inning starts for Detroit. 1 away. The Giants come to town for a 2-game series this Tuesday and Wednesday at Comerica Park. Great seats are on sale right now, starting at just $10. Go to tigers.com/tickets today.
Nasty slider there on Miggy. Sandoval really got it working. Find a way.
Carpenter swings and misses. 0 for 2 for Kerry Carpenter tonight.
They threw him inside quite a bit. They've been throwing him up. Look in your zone inside. Get ready to get the bat head out. They're going away.
Sandoval ahead. 0-2.
There's a hitter right here. You can see they threw some marginal pitches out of the zone because you get anxious. Carpenter wants to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Angels know that. And as a young hitter, or any kind of hitter, you got to learn when to be able to throttle that enthusiasm. He's trying to do it. He's trying to tie it up. Sometimes to work against you.
Swung on and missed. The 21st swing and miss induced by Patrick Sandoval tonight. Season high in innings pitched for Sandoval here tonight. And those are the whiffs and chases as well. He has been awesome. Here's Jonathan Scope. Foul tipped into the glove of Kurt Suzuki.
You know, you might be watching this game, be frustrated. These guys are trying, it's not working out.
0-2 to Scope.
And for the Tigers to be successful, they're going to have to be much better at what they're not doing tonight. Just facts. They're going to go looking throughout the organization first to find someone who may do that.
Skips in there, and it's 1-2. 8 strikeouts tonight for Patrick Sandoval. The season high is 10 against Baltimore on July 9th. The Angels bullpen is quiet.
Yeah, they don't want to take Sandoval out. The Tigers would love for him to do it. Get him out of there. He's been tough, been very deceptive. He's getting all the swings and misses. Some are in the zone, some are out of the zone. This could be out. Hang this slider.
Been in control throughout. strikes out the side. 9 punch-outs for Patrick Sandoval. 1-0 LA as we head to the 9th in Detroit.
So a few months ago, I realized I was losing my hair, and then I found Hims.
And a licensed healthcare provider prescribed me this new spray. The results have been amazing. I only wish I'd started sooner.
Like if you could start yesterday, do that. Regrow in as little as 3 to 6 months. Visit 4hims.com.
Karsten Sabathia trains in Win Reality.
I love it.
So Karsten hits in reality. He trains in Win Reality.
I'm glad I'm retired.
He hits in reality. Train in Win Reality. Win in reality. See infinite game speed pitches, work on timing, pitch recognition, and get more hits. Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win reality.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Out-of-market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. We're into the 9th. Mike Trout will lead things off for the Angels. Last time out, he struck out against Matt Manning in the 6th, and this is how it sounded on Spanish radio in Detroit.
Bueno, eso fue un año muy especial. Sinceramente fue un año especial y para mí mucho más porque llegué desde Cuba con...
Aquí entrega por la vía del ponche Mike Trout el primer out de este 6º episodio, el 5º brincado de parte de Matt Manning.
Carlos Guillen on the call, part of Fiesta Tigres celebration. And Barbaro Garbe, who helped win a world championship here in Detroit in 1984, was a guest on the broadcast as well. Trout leads off the 9th. Then Luis Rengifo and Taylor Ward against Jason Foley. Joe Jimenez was fantastic in the 8th, retiring the Angels in order, and now it's Foley in the 9th. And Trout goes down the right field line, and that ball is foul.
Just foul. Mike Trout, he has not played in a while, so it's always a little rusty. He's trying to jump this first pitch. It's definitely foul.
I was thinking about this today, Gibby. When you see Ohtani at the top and Trout batting second, is there another team in baseball that has a 1-2 punch at the top of their order that has as much speed and power as those two? I'm not sure there is.
I have to research that, but they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Not to. We'd switch for those two, wouldn't we?
I think just about anybody would.
Yeah, very talented.
Yeah. Outside 1-1 to Mike Trout.
Haase wanted that ball inside. Foley missed away. Wants that impact inside, up in the zone. There he's going down and away.
Pulled the string.
You see
1-2.
Trout, like his timing's off, especially on the hooks.
44th appearance in a wall side windows pitching change for Jason Foley. Oh, baby. Nasty, nasty slider to retire Trout. One away. Oh.
The hitter, you'd say this is an overhang. I think he picked it up, but the pitch didn't do what Mike Trout thought it was going to do. Again, out in front. Good speed variation from pitch to pitch from Foley.
Brings up Luis Rengifo.
Look at that pad on that right elbow right there. It's trying to cover that funny bone up there, but it's a good target. We can see from center field right under that arm. Tie him up.
Yanks it foul. Talk about injuries affecting teams. The Angels being affected with the loss of Anthony Rendon. Their third baseman. He's only played 45 games this year. That would give them the 1-2-3 punch that everybody would desire. That's outside, 2-1.
Rendon, another pure hitter.
Yeah.
Got some pop too.
Very good defensive third baseman as well.
Chafin ready for the lefties.
In the dirt, and it's 3-1. Now a message from Rally House.
Play ball, Michigan. Shop the latest in Tiger style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
Ground ball into the shift. Baez throws out Rengifo, 2 away. That was spinning at a pretty good clip off the bat from Rengifo.
Looking back at Mike Trout, his third strikeout of the evening. And he's talking about I think he saw it, but there's a little more bite on that pitch and a little more speed variation than Mike Trout. I think coming back off the injured list, he'll be a little better every game he plays. Got him tonight so far.
There's Taylor Ward. Takes a sinker in for a strike, and it's 0-1. That last ground ball into the shift, gloved off the side by Baez, came off Rengifo's bat at 105 miles an hour. Backed him up, and it's 1-1.
Tigers have Candy, Reyes, top of the order, Green. So we'll keep Baddoo loose. Looks like Sandoval's coming out for the Angels in the ninth.
One grounded to short. Baez, a howitzer to first, and the Angels go in order in the ninth. Patrick Sandoval has pitched a gem so far. He's trying to complete it for the Angels in the bottom of the ninth. The Tigers will have Candelario, Reyes, and Riley Green. They have a...
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Seriously?
Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price.
Am I underdressed?
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
They said optical shops weren't very inviting, so we, Warby Parker, created ones that were. They said prescription eyewear was too expensive, so we offered more affordable glasses, contacts, and eye exams. They said opticians weren't always friendly, so we hired only the friendliest and the most knowledgeable. And finally, they said the whole experience was just kind of unpleasant, so we set out to change that too. Visit a Warby Parker store and see for yourself.
Sports is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. By Fix My Feet, end your foot pain now at Fix My Feet today. And by Comerica Bank, raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. John Keating and Dan Petrie will see you right after the final out for postgame. Terrific pitching matchup in this one tonight. And Patrick Sandoval is trying to close the door, Shep.
Keats, thanks very much. The Angels only have one complete game all season long. It was by Reed Detmers, and he pitches tomorrow. Sandoval trying to follow suit. He faces Candelario, and then Victor Reyes, and then the top of the order, Riley Green. I don't think you can pitch a whole lot better than the way Sandoval has thrown so far tonight.
It was a great pitch right there. Candy looked like he was taking a strike. It's right down, and we wouldn't want to swing at that. He's been nailing that pitch down in there all night. Here comes another one.
1-1. You saw Jose Quijada warming up. You're the manager. You're Phil Nevin. Are you giving Sandoval the game until a runner gets on, or what's your mindset there?
I don't know what his relationship is. I don't know. Depends how many outs there are.
Now there's one away.
If he gets on second, I'd probably pull him. First, he's been money. He's got how many double plays? Probably let him go.
Couple, yeah. Victor Reyes bounced into one of those double plays, Gibby.
Yeah, he's down and in. Got to try and get something out over the plate. You've got a keyhole. You should know about where that slider that's eating everybody up, the righties, where it starts. You see it start there, you got to try and let it go. If he tucks a couple strikes in there, then you're just in emergency mode.
A first pitch strike to Victor Reyes.
Looks like the Tigers are taking a strike.
Soto warming, just in case. Field on a base hit for Victor Reyes. What does Phil Nevin do?
He's thinking about it. I'd let him go to second. Looks like somebody's talking to him down there. He got up, sat back down. He's got lefty on lefty. He also has a lefty in the bullpen.
Quijada looks ready. Sandoval to Riley Green. Swung on and missed.
Riley's had trouble. He's throwing him inside. Maybe a little drag bunt down here. Although you do have a left-handed first baseman, you can get the ball to second.
Left side. Velasquez to Fletcher, and the double play ends the night. 23rd complete game in the majors this year. That's about as good as Patrick Sandoval has, and was good enough to beat the Tigers 1-0 to start the series. We send it to John Keating in the Ballot Sports Studio for Tigers Live postgame.
Only 1% of the 1,700 games have been a complete game, and Patrick Sandoval managed that against the Tigers shutout for the 17th time this season. We'll delve into Matt Manning's start, who certainly deserved a better fate in this one. But we've said that about young Manning often this season, and other Tiger starters as well. Dan Petrie's alongside. Post-game reaction coming up. Tigers Live next on Valley Sports.